Hey nail friends, welcome to my channel. Today I've got a really fun one for you because I have here some dips from Soul Dip's Pumpkin Spice Weather Collection. So I've got a total of 9 here we're going to be unboxing and swatching, and then I'll show you how to make this cool little negative space mani with some of these colors. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then stick around, we're getting into it. Okay, so full disclosure, these were sent to me. I am an ambassador for Soul Dips, and I do have a discount code for you, and that is Carrie10. And I will let you know that these were released last weekend, and a lot of them did sell out, but she did mention that she will be restocking them tomorrow, Saturday, so you better have your list ready. Alright, so let's take a look at the ones I've got here. So first things first, I have Apple Picking, which is one of the ones I was most excited about. And it's this beautiful red and blue and kind of a goldish glitter mix. Super pretty. And then we have Roasted Marshmallow, which is a fine glitter mix with gold, silver, and orange. And next is All Hallows Eve, which is a chunky glitter mix, and it has pieces of orange and black holographic glitters. And then we have Glory Maple, which I would call more like a brick red or maybe a maroon solid. And then next we have Warm Hugs, which is a beautiful solid mauve. And then we have Cool Breeze, which is a solid also, and it's kind of a dusty blue with maybe a hint of green to it. Next we have one of my most favorites in the collection, and that is Purple Foliage. Look at this glitter mix. It's beautiful, and it's got these cute little holographic leaves in it. I'm in love. Next we have Aster, which is I would say a pale mauve, but it has this beautiful shimmer running through it. I just don't think it's going to pick up on camera, but you'll be able to see it in the swatches. And then we have Trick or Treat, which is probably the most fun Halloween dip you're going to find. It is a glowing neon orange, and then it has chunky glitter holographic pieces in it and little black bats. So cute. So let me quickly show you some indoor and outdoor swatches of all of these. So your girl had the hardest time picking out which colors I wanted to start with first, because you know I love some mauves. But there was something about this glitter called Apple Picking that just really spoke to me. So I decided to use that one, and then the two colors that I felt paired really well with it, and that's Glory Maple and Cool Breeze. Okay, so here are my naked nails. So let's do something cheesy like magic wand these colors onto my fingers, okay? Okay, I know I'm ridiculous, but you know, that's just the joy of me. So I went ahead and finished all these nails, and I did clear encapsulate them and activate them, and we'll go ahead and do the accent nail now. So the whole idea behind a negative space mani is to basically look like you left part of your nails bare. So I've got my two colors here, and then traditionally you'd use probably a clear to do the negative space, but I'm going to be cheating a little bit. I'm using a very slightly tinted powder. So I'll be doing Cool Breeze on top, and then that bare looking powder in the middle and the glitter on the bottom. To do this, I'll be using washi tape, which is my favorite medium to use for color blocking. And then the tinted powder that I told you about that I'll be using is iGel Beauty's Cozy Cashmere, which is a very sheer nude that's similar to my skin tone. So before we get started, I do use peel base, so I'm going to go ahead and do one quick dip in my Skyline Soapworks clear dip powder, and that is just to keep the washi tape from peeling up my peel base when I pull it off. So I know some people can just do a layer of dip base and no powder, and that's enough barrier between their peel base and the tape to keep it from pulling up, but that just doesn't work for me for some reason. So I go ahead and just do a quick dip into the clear, and that is enough barrier between the peel base and my washi tape to keep it from pulling up. So once that clear is dry, we can go ahead and go with our washi tape for the color block. And the reason I like to use washi tape is because I find that it's small enough to get into those tight little spaces, but it also comes up really easily when I've got the dip powder laid over top of it. So I've just had really good success with it. And this is just cheapy washi tape from Walmart. I want to say I just paid a couple dollars and it came in a pack of 4. So all I'm going to do is just take a piece of it and then lay it in the spot where I want my first color to go. So I'm just going to be eyeballing this. I'm just going to put this right on here, but if you wanted to, you could use like some pencil marks to help guide you, but I'm just going to eyeball it, and then once I get it on there, I'm going to make sure to press down the edges really well onto the sides of the nail. That way none of the dip liquid or powder leaks underneath the washi tape. And then all we're going to do is paint our base liquid on, and we'll go just a little bit over the edge of that washi tape, and that's just to make sure that we get a nice clean line when we pull it off. And then you can either pour over your color or you can dip directly into it. I'm lazy, man. I just dip right in there. I don't care. But I feel pretty confident doing that because I've done this so many times, and the washi tape does such a good job that I feel like it encourages my inner laziness, so whatever. So I'm just going to do 2 layers just for consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and just dust off and do my second layer. And then you'll see after we do that second layer, we'll go ahead and pull off the washi tape right away. And it's really just that easy. I mean, it's such a nice clean line when you take that tape off, and you're gonna see I kind of shape it just a little bit, of cleaning it just a little bit, but it really just does not need it. It makes such a clean line for me every time. So because we're going to be doing another solid, I would recommend going ahead and activating. And again, that's also helpful too if you need to straighten out your line a little bit, or you have some bits you need to gently file off. If you have that section activated, it just makes that much easier. And for cleanup between layers, I like to use this Bonafide Beauty glass file, but I know some people like to use those thin metal files, and those work well too. I just happen to like this one. And then we'll go ahead and move on to our negative space color, so which would actually be clear, not a color, but because I'm cheating and using a little bit of a color, we'll do that next. So I just wipe this down with alcohol, and then I'm going to go ahead and get set up for my next layer. Okay, back to the washi tape. So we'll do the same thing we did before. We'll go ahead and cut off a little piece, and then we'll eyeball it, and we'll have that nice guide from the first layer to kind of help us line up the space between the second and third. You know, the only problem with recording a video with the accent nail on the middle finger is it looks like you're flipping your audience off the entire time. And then all we're going to do is use the edge of that first layer to push our brush up against that and then pull it gently over the edge of the washi tape just like we did last time. You do want to be careful try not to get the dip liquid on the first layer, but the beauty of it already being activated is that if you do, you can just kind of scrape it off, and I actually end up doing a little bit of that, and I'll show you what I mean. So just like before, we're going to take the washi tape after that second layer has been applied. We're just going to pull it straight off, and you can see we got another nice clean line here. So far so good. So we've got 2 layers of our first section, 2 layers of our second section, and then we're going to get into our last one here. Time for some sparkle. So just to be consistent with the other 2 layers, I do intend to apply 2 layers here also, but I don't know if you noticed there, but I kind of stirred it up a little bit to kind of bring the fine glitter pieces back to the top. So I want that first layer to be more of just a coverage of the fine glitter. I really don't want to pick up many of the chunky pieces on this first layer here. And then of course just pat down the glitters like you normally do. You want to try to keep these nice and flat because remember with glitters we're not going to be able to do much filing there. So we want to make sure to try to get these layers as flat as we possibly can. So for the second layer, I'm going to shake the cupcake liner and bring some of those chunkier pieces to the top so I can get the effect I want. And you'll see even after that, I'm going to place a few of those pieces extra by hand, just so that way I get that full effect of that beautiful apple picking glitter. Okay, so that takes care of all of our layers. So now we're just going to go ahead and clear encapsulate and file and shape that nail, and that'll finish us off. So you can definitely file and shape this as normal, but you of course want to be careful over any glitter layers, not to file too much, especially over the top, because you'll end up cutting into the glitters and there'll be silver on the inside. So unless you're using a silver glitter, that's probably not what you want to do. So you'll notice most of what I'm doing here is over the two solid sections. And there you have it. So let's get that top coat on so we can get the full effect. And I just think this turned out to be so beautiful, and it actually ended up giving me patriotic vibes, which I'm not mad at, because I think these fall colors are just so beautiful, and that glitter is everything I really thought it was going to be. So remember, these dips are going to be restocking Saturday, which is tomorrow. So make sure you get your list ready, because if it's one thing I've learned about Sol's dips, it's that they go very quickly. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish this mani off with this new body butter I got from Candy Skincare in the pumpkin marshmallow scent. And oh my, does it smell heavenly. And I'm kind of liking this body butter in the tin. It's kind of fun. It moisturizes and has a nice scent. And I don't know, it's just a nice alternative to the cuticle oil. So that is going to finish it up, folks. And that takes us to the end of this video. So I hope you liked this and found it helpful. If you do, it would be great if you would give me a thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And I'd also love to hear your thoughts and comments on this mani and this collection in general. I also hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.